Hello, beautiful people. Today, I wanted to talk about the concept of having a privileged mindset. This topic came up with me and Dad. It comes up a lot because we understand the value that we bring to people and how we don't want people to misuse that. So, I wanted to elaborate with you guys and talk to you guys and make sure that you have a privileged mindset, right? So, the concept of having a privileged mindset is to recognize the value that you bring to whether it's a relationship, interactions in general, to your community. But with that in mind, you have to understand you, right? You have to have an ideal of what it is that you're good at. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, my value lies in I can build houses, right? Your value can easily be something for me like a loving, nurturing, acts of service, just a very kind person that's willing to go the extra mile for you. And it didn't click with me until Dad and I got together that there's a lot of people that misuse that. And it's just like, for me, I thought like, oh, it's okay. It's just who I am, which it is who I am, but I can have boundaries on there. And we'll talk about that a little bit. So with having a privileged mindset, you have to recognize yourself. So there's some type of awareness, right? Because you have to recognize your values, what strengths you have, what you're good at, what you're willing to accept and not willing to accept, your boundaries. So you have some type of self-awareness. You establish boundaries within yourself, which means you're going to learn to say no. And it might be difficult, but at first it is. But you realize how much energy you put into relationships or situations that could easily have had a no, been responded with a no and left at that, and then continued on about your day. You build confidence, right? So if you're not feeding into negativity, if you are embracing your individuality and who you are, you're going to be more confident, and then you're going to feel empowered, which will help empower other people. So when you adapt this, it's going to bring healthier relationships to you. You're not just, because you set those boundaries, right? You're not going to just accept anything from anybody. You're going to learn to say no. And when you get in a groove and see how good that actually feels, you have healthy relationships, and you're going to attract people that vibrate at the same frequency as you, that respect you, that value you. Who doesn't want relationships like that? That's mad healthy. Again, you're going to increase that self-esteem, that confidence. You're going to embrace your uniqueness. I know at first for me, I always ask like, well, what value do I bring to you? Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't pay any bills. I don't do this, but the value that I brought to him was peace. And that made me confident. Like, I'm confident in that now. Like, I'm a peaceful person. I'm cooperative. I like to work together and like to team build. I'll do above and beyond what I have to make sure the household runs smoothly. And that just makes me feel good. I feel better about it myself, because now I'm not questioning what my value is, what worth I have. I know, right? And I'm strong in that. And I know meeting new people, what I can bring to a relationship and what I'm willing and not willing to give. That boundaries, right? You improve your mental health because now that you know who you are, you have good, healthy relationships, you're not feeding into negativity. Overall, that's going to feel good. And I don't know, if you ever struggled with depression or self-worth, like your depression is around I'm not worthy, you start to realize you're worthy and that you deserve good. So you want to keep that around. And I know this is kind of repetitive, but you're just going to want to keep good people, positive people around. If you start telling other people like, I'm not doing that, you're starting to set boundaries. I deserve better. A lot of people that you've been with, if they're used to walking all over you and using you, this is going to be hard for them to accept. They're going to have not very good things to say, right? They're not going to be very kind. But this is where you start weeding out those bad seeds and putting in good seeds. So you start finding good people, surround yourself with positivity. This doesn't just mean people, right? Do this with your social media feeds. Do this with your music that you listen to. You deserve goodness, and to always be like fed negativity. Do this with your food. I'm too good for this. At first I laughed at Dad about this water thing, right? about him only drinking certain types of water. But then I realized after drinking it, the change it has on me, or the foods, right? The foods that you eat. Like, I'm not eating bottom feeders. We're not eating pig. I ate pig, but I haven't had pig since 2010. It's that same concept. You deserve goodness, so don't allow that. If you're filtering out people, do that with the other things. And maybe that might be easier to start out with, having that privilege mindset. And then last but not least, all of this is going to be hard, and I say this over and over again, be kind to yourself. You're already going to have people that's going to be combative with you. So be kind to yourself. Know that it's a process. Know that the people that you're losing in this process were never really for you. If you do end up losing people, don't be hard on yourself for losing people, because you deserve goodness. And if other people can't accept that you deserve goodness and you want to treat yourself with goodness, then they don't need to be around. And it's that simple. So yeah, be kind to yourself, because you deserve the good things that you're trying to cultivate in your life, the self-worth that you're trying to have, the healthy relationships, and the positive impact that you're trying to put out in the world. So that's really all I have. Remember that it's a privilege to be around you. It's a privilege to access you, and start moving that way, okay? That's all I got. Peace.